Hi trainers, so Pokemon Unite beta ended a couple days ago and I have a lot to say. Before I begin, for those who don't know what Pokemon Unite is a free multiplayer online battle arena for Switch and mobile. There are various game modes ranging from 3v3s to 5v5s so far that I know of, where you'll be up against other players called trainers. You'll be controlling Pokemon. There are various Pokemon available to choose from, like Pikachu, Greninja, and so much more. In this game mode I played, which was in Remote Stadium, our goal as a team was to score more points than the enemy, and to do that we had to collect AOS energy from enemy players and wild Pokemon around the map. Pokemon is set to release on Switch in July and mobile in September. Let's jump into the review. A little bit about myself, I'm Teeds. I've played MOBAs for 9 years now and I've made various guides on other MOBAs such as Smite, Wild Rift and Mobile Legends. So when I heard that Pokemon was releasing its own MOBA, you can imagine how excited I was. I love Pokemon. I love MOBAs. It was basically a dream come true for me and it was something I've always wanted throughout the years. First of all, Pokemon Unite feels amazing. I played on Switch on the Japan beta. Even though I had higher ping than I would usually have in my own region, which is Australia, it still felt incredibly smooth. The controls generally did not feel clunky at all for a game that only is in beta at the moment. I was extremely impressed with how smooth it felt. So for controls, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. But why it's missing a point is that for newer players or players that are just not used to playing games like this on Switch or mobile devices, is that it can be a little hard to manually aim. Sometimes if you do it too fast, it will be in the completely wrong direction. However, I wouldn't say this is a flaw, it's honestly just something you'll have to learn and get used to. I know I do it and it will come with time, it's just how it is with mobile MOBAs. Graphics wise, it's honestly beautiful to me. Apart from the time you use the jump pads, it looks super funny and very silly, but other than that, the animations were very crisp. It felt like they put a lot of time into each Pokemon and made sure everything was animated perfectly, and it just felt like Pokemon. Honestly, I was so happy with how it looked. To me, the graphics are a solid 5 out of 5. The flow of each game is something I'm super happy with. Every game I played flowed so nicely because this game doesn't really directly tell you who was winning, and as far as I know, it doesn't even show how many times each teammate or yourself have died, which in my opinion is a good thing. It kind of helps against toxicity and feeling down if you think you've died a little too many times. I know sometimes that can affect my gameplay. Instead of focusing on deaths, you can just focus on what you're doing instead. It just felt incredibly fun. The games were all set around 10 minutes, so it will end after 10 minutes, which I found incredibly nice. If you're having a bad game, you're not stuck in there for too long and you can just move on to the next. You can just get so many games in a short amount of time, and there are just so many Pokemon to choose from. Every game always felt different to me. Every game I had, whether I was winning or losing, felt super fun. It flowed nicely and I was just always excited to jump into the next match. You can also surrender earlier if you don't want to play for the whole 10 minutes. For flow, I would give this a 5 out of 5. Another thing about Pokemon Unite that's really important is communication and team play. So for this, I obviously had a really hard time. I'm from Australia, playing in the Japanese beta, didn't understand what anything was saying or what was being said. They do have a communication tab, I think. I didn't know how to use it. I don't know which thing meant what, so that was very confusing for me. So I can't really speak on how well communication was in this game. However, I will say that it is very important for Pokemon Unite. You really need to communicate with your teammate on how you want to win the game or what you want to do next, because if you don't work well with them, just like in any other MOBA, it is going to give you a higher chance of losing. I found that a lot of my teammates didn't understand that we had to take the AOS energies into the enemy goal points, so we had a lot of teammates that were holding around 50 points and not using them, which is really bad to do, but honestly it's not their fault. They're probably very new to the game, but I had no way of telling them that because I didn't know how to use the communication. That is something that I just can't comment on at the moment because it was just in Japanese. Now for combat, fighting in this game felt super immersive. Every fight I was concentrated. I felt the panic each time I didn't have a move up. Auto attacks felt nice on every Pokemon I played. The only Pokemon that didn't feel very nice to me auto attack / basic attack wise was Charizard, but that could have been a ping thing because Charizard's basic attacks worked a bit differently from other Pokemon. So I'll have a look again at Charizard when it is officially released. Other things that felt incredibly nice was that every move I landed and when I watched the enemy's health go down, it felt incredibly satisfying. A lot of moves were very, very strong. It was just crazy how much I enjoyed the combat in comparison comparison to any other MOBA. There is no mana bar in this game, it's just all based on how much health you have, so that's something you want to watch out for, and when your moves are off cooldown. In my opinion, Pokemon Unite focuses more on combo attacks, so you wouldn't want to spam everything you have. Some moves gave you debuffs on the enemy which would make your next attack stronger, or some moves set up for your other abilities. It was just a mixture of things. For combat, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. It just felt so nice. It felt so smooth, just like the gameplay. Everything was just flowing. Every fight I had was fun. It was incredibly fun. I don't know if I'm just saying this because it was still in beta and I haven't played it for a very long time yet, but as somebody who's been playing MOBAs for 9 years, I haven't had this feeling before in any other MOBA. Next is balance. Now, balance is something where I think Pokemon Unite needs a bit of work on. To be fair, this is a thing that I think most games find difficulty in. It's hard to find an incredibly well-balanced game, and for this, some Pokemon were just way stronger than the other. Now, because this was in Japanese, I wasn't able to navigate and find out if there were other items I could have equipped. I know there are more items, I just didn't know if I could equip them. I had the potion which healed me a little bit during fights, but sometimes there were just Pokemon, even at the same level as you, who were just incredibly way more powerful than you were. In other MOBAs, you get items that can make you invulnerable to damage or get rid of any crowd controls. There might be something like this in Pokemon Unite, but in my experience, once you just have someone on you who does way more damage than you, you'll pretty much have to accept that you're going to die. Now, this comparison I'm making was in a game where I was actually on the same level as the other Pokemon, the same type as well. We were both Pokemons that should have been fine in 1v1 scenarios. However, I think it was against an Absol, and Absol is absolutely strong at the moment, so I just got KO'd so quickly. I guess the other thing you will have to rely on in this game with team play is peeling. Now, what peeling means in MOBA terms is basically trying to protect your allies. So in this scenario, it would have been nice if I had another teammate who was protecting me, basically trying to help me live longer so I could defeat my opponent. In a nutshell, peeling is just keeping them off me. It's like an onion when on the inside is you and the outside skin is the bad guy and you want to peel them off. Okay, bad analogy. Shrek did it better.
Ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes.
So for balance, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Now, lastly, audio. Everything sounded great. I love the music so much. I don't usually play games with the music on, but I actually left it on for every single game. It's the same music, it's the same song, same tune, but it would be cool if they added more because, to be honest, I love all the music from Pokemon, so this one for me is an easy 5 out of 5. The Pokemon sounds they use are the typical, I don't know how to explain this, but like the screechy sounds they use, except for Pikachu. Pikachu is actually like the voices from the movies and the animes. For costs and things in Pokemon Unite, I have no idea how much things actually cost because it was in Japanese, so I can't really say how expensive it is to buy an outfit or a new Pokemon to battle with, but yeah, I'll have a look at that once it's fully released. In terms of bugs, I came across none. I literally had 0 bugs in my games, which is insane to me how well this was made. Pokemon Unite actually blew me away. In conclusion, I was just wow. I was super wowed. I've been making 2 videos a day so far for Pokemon Unite because I just enjoy it that much, and for the whole time I've been on YouTube, which has been around 3 years I think, I've never felt this way about a game before. It's insane. So if you'd like more Pokemon Unite guides, gameplays and news, I'd love to have you with me. Feel free to subscribe and click the bell if you're interested. A like on the video would also really help me out and I'd appreciate it so much. What do you trainers think about Pokemon Unite so far? I would love to read them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, trainers. Bye!